Yeah, okay, that's good. Approaching high, that's interesting. Is he gonna back off low and then I'm gonna try out a new invasion that I learned yesterday? Oh, you approached high, awesome, cool. Let's see, that means I can do this and then I can try out one of my new invasions? Maybe? Are you gonna attach on the inside? I'm just trying to think back. Has anybody ever approached my 4-4 high like that? Nope. Okay. Since you didn't do this whole exchange, I can actually come in here now, can't I? So I've been going through this invasion book, Get Strong and Invading. And for like the first, how far am I in this thing? Not quite a quarter yet, but they're all centered around this high approach. I mean, there's some low approaches, but then no matter what he does, it seems like my response is this high approach over here. What is this? Push, do this sort of thing, and then connect out. Well, if he does this and I do that, then he'll probably respond here and then I can get this. He'll probably do this. And the corner and stuff is mine, that's great. Then what, connect underneath? Can I do that? You can try wedging, I guess, but let's see if he does this, that, this, that. Well, what else can he do? If he just does this, that, this, still gonna do this. Well, let's see what he does. Okay, yep. It is pretty small for him. I mean, it's only 1 point. But this is already on a key point here, so this is kind of hard for him to deal with. You're tiring me right now. Okay, cool. Thank you. Solidify some 4th line territory. That's good with me. Do this, that, this. If I try attaching underneath, or should I keep attacking? If he then attaches underneath, he's already got the support though. There is this sort of attack later that he can do, but what does he do with this? Does he try blocking Atari or Atari this way? And then connect? This ladder does not work because of that. Jump into a running fight, he'll connect. Can he? Yeah, he probably will connect underneath. Do this sort of thing. That's actually double Atari. I'll capture. He'll do this Atari. I'll fill. Although, then I can get this and it's alive, so maybe I'm gonna do this. No, wait, I wanted to jump. I was looking at the jump, wasn't I? I meant to jump. Shoot. Oh, let's see what happens. Reading a variation where I jump and then I connect them here. I attach underneath. Yeah, you do that. If I just do this, you'll fix, right? Or do I push up first? There's this whole thing. I'm trying to keep you unsettled. Leave that stone there because it's kind of a thorn in your side. So you should connect. What else can you do? If you do this... Oh, you're doing that. Do I care? No, I don't. If I cut, you do this, that, Atari, then I can actually cut here if you don't do anything. So you'll probably do that, and then... Wait. This, that, which means I can no longer do this. If I get this first, you do that, this, that, that. Ah, it's in trouble now. What to do? Jumping now would be kind of a mistake, I think. There's this whole thing. This, that. Because if he goes again, then this is kind of bad. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to block. That cut doesn't work. You can try honeying here, and I'll just honey back, and then he'll do this. Nice tiger's mouth here. This cut is not quite anything yet, though. So you can just go here and connect, right? No, if he does the other one, well then he can Atari. I don't think the wedge doesn't work quite yet. So I can actually cut and then jump. Does that work? Because if I cut and jump, that puts a lot of pressure on these two as well. And then he has two weak groups, unless he gives you stones up. Unless he gives up that stone instead. If I cut and he does anything else over here, then I can just capture the stone. If he tries to save the stone, then I think I'm gonna... Okay, so he's... Interesting. I think I'm still gonna cut, though. If he does this, that, then that cut is working. If I take this first, then that, wait, hold on, this, that, double Atari. Okay, I think that's resetting up for this, that, double Atari, but if he does this, I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna cut. And try to get him to make this empty triangle here, although I don't think I can disconnect them with that either. But let's see, are you gonna honey here? You're gonna save these two stones. You're gonna save those two stones. Okay, cool. So if I do this, they're mine now, aren't they? This, that, Atari dead. What else can you do? This, Atari, boom, Atari. This Atari, Atari. Alright, if you try doing this, then I Atari you. You can try coming in here and cutting, but then I can just capture. Then I still have this whole thing to connect them up. Alright, I'm gonna take those two stones then. See, push, cut, Atari, Atari, capture. You're honeying now. What if I say no? Just keep your group split. But then, okay, I should probably answer. So you have this nice mouth you have this nice mouth shape here. Come on, extend. There we go. I'm going to keep these two groups separated, so I'm going to jump out. I just got to keep an eye on my liberties. You're pushing. And then you're going to cut here. Well, if I just Atari, do I care? I should probably do this. So now I can make this a false eye if I need to. Yeah, you're gonna do that. Well, if I just Atari you, do I care? If I Atari, you go there, I connect, you descend. I Atari, or I can't, you can't do anything. I guess you can cut this way. So if I just, well, hold on, if I do this, you do that. I capture. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. If I just do this, what are you gonna do? This? If I just do this, then you can do this. And then you can, of course, capture this, but I got a decent sized corner inside. You're getting a lot of influence over here, I realize that. Because if I do this, you're not going to run this out. You're going to cut here, forcing me to capture that. And then once you cut, then you can come over here and Atari this and save these stones and connect it all up. So I don't want you to do that. If I threaten to protect the cut and do the ladder, they'll force you to come back and do this, and then I can actually guard this and make that a false eye. So I'm going to do this, I think. Now, given he can still do this, forcing me to connect. Then he has to come back and capture. In which case I can get this move in for free. Okay, so that is what he's going to do. And now this group is completely live, even if he goes in here and cuts that stuff. It doesn't matter. So yeah, there's that. So then I can go back to harassing this group by ooh, I still want to make something a double Atari. If I come out and he does this, that's not quite double Atari yet. I kind of want to go over here now. Now he can go and reduce this stuff too, but there's an elephant's eye there. You're making a solid connection? Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Let's see, do this, that, and this. And then I can actually push in here and poke out that eye directly, or just... I'm confused. See, if I do this, you can come back. Atari. And then if I connect, that's in trouble. So if I just do it this way, I mean, yeah, you get an eye here, but... Not really, because that's, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I don't know. You can pull back, and yes, you'll have that, but I can capture and make it a false eye, so you have to spend a move to come back and do that, and then I can actually take your second eye here, so you still only have one. You need to run. Does this work? No, I'm just going to capture, right? If I just do that and this, yeah, I'm just going to capture. Because I can cut here, right? No, you can Atari. I'm just debating what to do, because if he does this, that, there's this, that, this, this, that. You know what? No. How do we do this double Kakari stuff? I want to defend this, I think. Actually, hold on, wait a minute. So even if he gets that, he needs to fix at some point, otherwise I can do this. So if he does that, I can do this. I can poke here to get that. Yeah, I guess, well, that doesn't do anything though. I'm very tempted to try this. There's that, this, that. It doesn't really do anything yet though. Let's see, I can take a couple points. Do this and that sort of thing. I can approach another corner. This one's really working nice with that, so I'm actually going to let me check this ladder. This, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. It'll crash into this, so I'm gonna do this. The aim is that if he ignores me here and does this, then I can connect. He can connect, and I can actually cut and keep them separated because the ladder doesn't work. Actually, if I cut and he does something else, there's this, that, this, that. There's some tricky stuff I can do in here. Pincer. Okay. I don't know how to respond to this pincer. I will be looking that up afterwards. Jump in the corner, blah 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 blah. Jump out, do running fight. Of course, this was really. I'm gonna actually change directions on him. This was a ladder break for the ladder break, so that's okay. Yep. Now you're gonna take the corner and go out. You want that? Interesting. Can I? Well, hold on. If I do this, that, this, that, then I can do the jump and actually attack that next. I can also do this sort of thing. Make a nice simple base. So you'll take this. So if I push, will you still block that way? Or if I push, you'll come back probably. And then what? Jump? The idea, and then he has to keep them separated. So let's do something simple. Let's see what he does. Interesting. So now if I take this, I can actually push push, do that, this, that. Nah, let's just be simple. You gonna honey on top? You are gonna honey on top. Well then, actually, then I'm gonna... Is there some other shenanigans? Let's see, push, and do this, you'll fix. If I do this, what happens? There's this, there's that. But we're not close enough to the edge for you to really do anything. So you'll probably just come up. Because if you cut, yeah, you can Atari, but... Yep. Okay, doing that. Ladder is mine. Don't have to worry about that. Let's see, there's this sort of thing I can do. And then fix. Actually, I don't even have to worry about the ladder. So let's, take the corner, I guess, right? Give him all the influence in the world. See what he does with it. That ends in disaster. Now if he does that, then I'm kind of in trouble because he can do this sort of thing. So I'm actually just going to play it simply, I guess. Make sure I'm alive in the corner. And he's doing it. Has a ladder breaker of a stone that I really don't care about. Hold on. If I do this, that, and then connect, he needs. Oh, what is else? Yeah, he can Atari and do a co. But the intent is to separate and kill this whole thing. So actually, yes, you can do something over here, and that's fine. But this stone is going to work to cut this stuff off. So you are going to do that. Protect the cut, keep them separated. Now I can run in either direction if I need to. He needs to come out here, otherwise these are going to get cut off with one more move. This one's actually a little too far to be a good ladder breaker. Isn't it? Because I can just cut it off. Cut. Not sure what that gains me, but anyways. Let's see, you can jump, jump, jump. Attach here. Do this, that. No, you're gonna do that. Okay. If I do this, you do that, and then I do that. No, it doesn't quite work. This, a simple block, and then cut. Actually, this is just a net, right? So, right, and then, okay. So if he blocks this way, then I can go one more time, and he can then do this. I can descend 2 liberties to 3 liberties. So if I do this first, no, I need to do this. Now if let's see, he can come up here, and then I can do this. And this turns into a net. group is pretty precarious here. I can get this in Sente. Oh, there's that, I guess. But if I do this, then what? I still have enough liberties, because if you do this, I can still do that, and I got enough liberties. So actually, I'm going to do this. Which, if you want to fix, you'll need to fix. Let's see, if I just ignore it, and you tire me, and then I do this. If I ignore it, and you do this, then I do that. Then you can actually get out, so... if I do this, you can cut, I can capture an Atari. That's an Atari, and that's kind of useless, and it's no longer an eye. So I'm just going to do this. Nice and simple. So now this group has an eye, which is good. Now if I Hane, then I can do this. I can also cut. I also kind of want to do this, that. This forces that. Not quite strong enough yet. If he cuts, that's not Atari yet. Cut, and then I can Atari. I think I'm gonna Hane. You Hane with me. If I do this Hane and you cut me here, then I connect. And then you Atari, or you come out, capture. Can I do this? If you cut, I do this. You what? What do? You threaten to take, and I do this. If you cut the other way, I think I'm gonna double Hane. Yep. That's already an Atari. You can Atari me from this way. I still have an eye though. And this stone's in trouble. Because if you try pulling it out, I'll just capture it. If you descend here, I'll still capture it. So that kind of does the same thing, and then you can, jump with this one? Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought you'd do. However, I don't need to actually capture that, do I? I can just do this. Because you can't connect, because then you're dead. If you try coming out, you're an Atari. Can you do anything else? You can Atari me from this way. You can try something else. I think that works, though. It's a cool idea, but it doesn't quite work. So anyways, I'm making a giant group here, trying to eliminate this stuff, and the bigger this group gets, the less this becomes. Although he is getting a nice wall facing his other stuff here. After this gets strong enough, I am going to come back and attack this, and either get a ton of influence facing this way to help possibly attack this group, or just, kill it outright and make some more points on the bottom. At some point, I want to come back and do this move. Because if he gets it, it greatly reduces the corner here, and then that also acts as a pincer on this. Not sure what he's doing though. Alright, so he's taking the liberty from this. I think I could just connect though. Because this now becomes Atari, but again, it's dead. So if I just connect and do that. Actually, I don't need to. I do not need to. Because this is self-Atari, and if he Ataris this way, I can just capture. Now, if he gets another move in like this one, then I will need to. So I can't take this one without doing any of that. So, question is, what's better, best? If I do this Atari, he does this. If I do this Atari, I can actually get that for free, because if he extends, then I can actually capture this. Let's see what he does. He has to save this one. If he doesn't save this one, all of these stones die. The question is whether or not he's going to save these three or these. If I get this, I'm shooting for this move right here to capture these three. And then, again, these also die. So he can't allow that to happen. He needs to come back and Atari this and allow me to get this nice Panuki in the middle of his influence. Which now sets up this cut, which is great. Because then I can keep this group separated from this one. And that's what he's debating right now. Like I said, all he has to do is just do this one. If he does that one, I actually might Atari this way first. To make him capture, and then Atari it again, and then do this sort of thing. Another thing he could do is take this, right? So he does that. Okay, so he's going to do that. Okay. I can descend. Is that, no, because I'm, okay. Stop doing fancy stuff. Again, this is Atari, so he'll capture. This is Atari, he'll fix, and then I'll capture. And that's Atari, so I'll fix. And then I will capture this. And so I got a nice kind of Panuki thing in the middle of his influence. Now he can go and just connect up here. Actually, let's see if he does this, honey. I can keep him low and actually run this in here. Let's see. That ladder hits directly on that. What are you doing? No, go away. Actually makes him stronger. Let's see, if I push and do this, he'll fix, get a nice 3-stone wall. If I do this, that, this, that. Is there anything else I can do? I can try this. What does this do? We can throw in here, do this, that, this. And he's screwed. So if I do this to try and keep him separate, he might actually go in the corner. A little bit. What if he jumps? This, that, if he jumps, what do I do? This is pretty simple. I mean, there's that honey and stuff later, but... do I force him to take this right now? Let's see, there's this, that, this, and that ladder no longer works. This one, if he comes out here, I'm actually gonna do this. Yeah, if he just captures, I'm just gonna do my normal thing. Let's see what he does. Because with that stone there, I can actually run this out for a ladder. Okay, good. So there's that. This helps reinforce this stuff as well. 2 points not really worth it. Yep, good job. Good move. Let's see, if I defend the corner, what can he do? This is like if you attach underneath and I hunted. If I just jump, or I can cut. If I cut, and then what? I don't think you could. I don't think you can hunt in there. Because if he connects. What happened? Oh, hold on. If see, he does this, he's gonna connect. He has a ton of liberties. I have 3 liberties. And this is kind of a problem, so I really can't. I shouldn't have cut. If I descend, he will fix. If I go over here, he will do that. If I go... Why do I care? I don't care about that stone. This stuff's bigger. I mean, there's this stuff over here. This is bigger. I need to attack this. It's all because of that one liberty. And now I have a life group. Yay! You gonna fix? Okay. Do a double Kakari over here. Oh, you're gonna kick me. That really helps with that. Okay, so you're doing this invasion. And it's a high invasion. If I connect underneath... I think I'm gonna do this, actually. Not sure how to deal with this stone. Now, let's see, a few wedges... Because I'm... this... Okay, so he's not gonna let me link up. That's fine. This would let me link up, so he'll need to do something like that. If not... I can do this Atari, I suppose, first. But then I can link up. With no problem. And this stone actually makes this a false eye too, so... You can Atari me, and then fix, or what? And actually not, this I can actually get this in Sente now. Which is nice, in game. Get this in Sente, then descend. Do I have enough liberties for that? Because he needs to fix at some point. Let's see, I can get that liberty for free, but it doesn't actually gain me anything. This and that would actually reduce him a liberty. Doesn't gain me any though. Okay, so you're gonna fix directly. Interesting. If I come up here and do this, if I connect now, you do this, that, this, that. Let's see, if I this, that, this. That's actually Atari. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm okay with giving him a little influence because I've got these stones here. And this one I can actually make a base quickly here. You can split them, and then I'll just defend from this way, but should be relatively safe. If he does this one, it's suicide, I think. Because I can just do this, that, and then block up here. So this group has no eyes, and it's separate from this. So it has to run. Okay, you're going to do that way. Interesting. That makes it a false eye if I do anything else. Can I do anything else? It's not quite certain. There's that. There's this. But I'm still accessible from the outside, so... What else can I do? If I do this, that, this... There's that cut, and that sort of thing. Which one's better? If I ignore... if I do this... You know, I'd rather let him get this. And make that. So I'm actually going to follow him. You can get this nice double attire here if you want. Okay, so recap. This is live. This is all connected. You got a few points here. There's still some IG with this cut. That's interesting. Yeah, sure, I'll respond. Which means you gotta fix, I get Sente, that means I can do something like this cut. You're gonna fix that way. I can start a co. I don't want to start a co. I can throw in... See, if I cut here, what do we got? There's this, which doesn't work, so he'll have to do this. Which is really just separating his own group, so I don't think he would want to do that, would he? See, if I do this, that, this, if he follows me up, that means I can do what? This? Keep them separate. So, I think I'm gonna cut. And I'm already in Buyomi. Am I even pronouncing that right? Buyomi? Or is it just Biyomi? Now he should sacrifice these 2 stones to keep this out and alive. Otherwise, if he Ataris me up, these are just getting further behind the enemy lines. And at some point I can play a capping move to kill the whole thing. So he should Atari me this way, give up these 2 stones. This now becomes alive. And then he can finish running and connect to this stuff. And while he's doing that, I will probably be attacking from this side to finish this off, I think. I might even hint at poking at this, because this group still only has 1 eye question mark? So 2 half eyes, I guess. So if I get this, that eye is gone. If he takes this, I can make it a false eye. If he does this and then that, it becomes ko for an eye. This one is not an eye. This cut is pretty dangerous. That's what I mean. If it ends up being a running fight, I will probably run it into this thing and then cut to keep them separate. And then he's going to have to try and live in this area here. You're tiring me. Yeah. And I have 1 eye with this group. And that's a false eye. Anyways, with this cut, tries and force him to run over here.
What is on our agenda for today?
Oh, my music stopped. What the heck? Let's go back to this one. Oh, it's already halfway through. If it gets too loud, I'll turn it down some more. He's still deciding if he wants to give up those 2 stones up or not. He's wondering if, because you don't want to give up those 2 stones. So what he's trying to do is trying to figure out, let's see, that's Atari to this, to that. Oh, I don't want to use Buyomi for this. This to that, which he's hoping I'm going to do this. I'm probably just going to give them up because I'm going to attack this stuff next. This to that. There's this, that. And it gives him this free peep, and he's actually going to get these 2, and then he can actually do this next. How many liberties do I got? Not a whole lot. Let's see. this to this. Does this get me anything? No, it doesn't. So let's do that. Because all this gets me is him setting up this move next, which is not good for me. He just shorts my own liberties and makes all that work. So I'm not going to take that Atari. Now, if I take this Atari, it does this. I can do this next, and this group is now out. Shorts a liberty on this, of course, but so now he needs to run with this group, or give it up, or fight a capture race. I don't know. He can throw in here to, well, that doesn't do anything. He can peep. Which I will actually come up here, because if he peeps, then I can Atari in instead. So if he tries peeping, I'm going to go here. In which case he'll probably come up. And then I'm actually going to connect. What's the best way to connect? Just a thing like this. It's a very loose net. There's this co I can start. Very big co. There's a lot of co threats. I don't really want to fight a co. I've also got some big co threats too, don't get me wrong. These are pretty big. Alright, so you're gonna do that. Let's see. I think I just do... Let's see, if I jump and you wedge... Atari... It almost works. It almost works. It almost does. Because that's Atari in there, and then there's this, but then I'm an Atari, and it almost works, so... So close. Let's see if he does anything. Let's see if he jumps. Jumping will not work. He jumps here. There's this move, that move. This move's Atari. And then I can actually kill that. So I think I just killed these. I might have to give up these 2 stones if he's going to go for them. What else can he do? This one? This, that, Atari. Capture. What? Are we doing endgame now? What is that? What am I not seeing? Because if he does this, I'll just capture. Why do we... What? I'm confused. Or are you just solidifying your corner? Okay. So... right then? Let's see, I can do this, it'll take a liberty for me, but then I'm also out. You can do this, that... I'm actually thinking of giving up that stone. Ah, damn it, I just wasted one. Ugh. I was trying to think. That didn't really work. You're throwing in. You're in Atari now. I don't know what that was. You trying to do something with this? If I just connect, that's not quite Atari, and I'll just capture. So I don't know. Let's see if you connect. I can actually net this thing. I actually don't even need to net it. Just need to go here. Okay. Oh, he left. Shoot. Well, let's see what score estimator goes. says. This question says 75.5. Yeah, that's pretty big. Let's do... I'm not actually going to do a whole lot, but I was thinking he was maybe thinking something like this. I can't do this. But the thing is, I can just capture it. If he tries saving those 2 stones, I can just do something like this. Which means you can get this for free, I guess, but... So that means this group is not alive, and this one had no hope of getting out. I was actually expecting him to do something maybe like this. And maybe even one more to solidify that. But then that lets me connect to here, so maybe he would do this sort of thing. That kind of gives up his corner. I don't know what. Anyways, so I was looking at something like this. I can't get out. If he tries jumping, that's Tari. Let's see if he tries jumping the other way. That's Tari again. In which case, I would actually probably just capture.